Hi guys, and welcome back. I think this week I'm gonna go over a few things I've learned so far working on the Bronco back there. Reason being is kind of want to do this for a while now. I know there's some new people that kind of sketching my stuff at the newer stuff and hadn't really seen any of my past videos, so just want to kind of get everybody up to speed with the project back there and just general everything we've done to it so far and what we're gonna do to it and why I did things and what I learned and probably what I should have just not modified. We wouldn't be in the situation right now, I don't think. Just kind of want to do that. I've been kind of wanting to do that, and second reason is this week's been kind of rough. It's about the time of year that kids start coming home with sicknesses and such. And I think me and the wife caught one from our oldest. She wasn't sick, but I think she just brought it to us. The little one kind of was puny for a day. It hit me Wednesday. It was pretty bad Thursday, and I'm just now thinking I'm getting over it, maybe a little bit, but can't tell. I'm congested, and for some reason my skin just hurts. Just to move, it just hurts. So I'm not going to do too much. We may actually weld a little bit of strip on the pillar, or the front plate of the A-pillar a little bit today. I do want to kind of get some work done, but this video mainly will be discussing the Bronco and a little bit with the Healy and the Camaro and what dirt daubers, what cars we had in here, got rid of and such like that. I really wish I could insulate this shop and get an air conditioner out here. Might cut down on the dirt daubers, but let's get started. Any of y'all that are new and people that been with me for a while, I started this channel back in 2020, on February 2020, so coming up on 3 years. But main reason was started pulling it apart. Bronco back there, it's a 71 Bronco. Started pulling it apart and just never gone around to putting it back together. So I thought I wanted to make a YouTube channel over it and kind of hopefully keep me motivated to work on it and get it done. And so far it's proved to work really well. I wouldn't think I made it this far doing it by myself, especially that driver's side. The way it turned out is pretty nice. Started that, but before that, bought this off my grandfather. I want to say probably a good 10 years ago. If I'm thinking right. 10, 11 years ago. He wanted what he had in it, and it was $1,500, so I couldn't turn that down. It was running and driving. I actually drove it for a couple of years like it was before. I'll try to put a picture of that in here. What it looked like before. Brought it to shop, took it apart, and been sitting like this. It moved to another shop while I was moving. Then it went to somewhere. I went to somebody else's house for a little bit while we were getting situated in between houses. We finally moved here and actually had a place to put it. So that's where we brought it. That's our current project right now. We'll get back to that in a minute. The other car I have in here is a 65 Austin Healy. It's back behind the Bronco. We probably can't see it. But that car I saw is 20-something years ago in a barn right beside my wife's parents' property. I'll try to put a picture of it right here because I found pictures that I took a while back when it was originally in the barn. I'll try to put some of them right through here. And come find out it sat there for years and years and barn's falling down around it. My wife's uncle actually bought it off the people that owned it because they couldn't find a title for it. That's one thing I'm missing on as a title, so I'll have to file for a lost one or do something. But anyways, he got it off them, and he's had it for a good while, and he put it in primer and did some of the body work on it and actually put a floor in it. But he just got tired of messing with it, and it just being taking up space in his shop. So he asked me if I wanted it, and I gladly went and got it that same day. Dirt dollars. And we moved it in here, and it's been sitting right there ever since. Future plans for that, it's probably get new tires and put it in that barn, second barn back there. That way we have enough space for the Bronco to kind of take the body off the frame and have the wife's car, pull in here still. And that will be a future project, hopefully, as soon as we get a title for it. Because in case y'all don't know, there's a company, I think out of Kansas, I believe, maybe Moss Motors. They make replacement parts for those. It's not cheap by any means, but I can get some stuff, and some stuff that they don't have, I have already, because it was a complete car. Engine still turned over. Some of my past videos was us turning it over and listening to it run for a little bit. And then 78 Camaro, some older videos. You seen it spark behind me, or it was. We started messing with the Bronco. I needed more room in here, so it got moved outside. And I was driving to car shows and just driving it in general. And then we built the carport, and one of the boards warped enough to pull the actual board off the bracket we fastened it to, and it fell down and broke the windshield. So that's the main reason I haven't been driving it. I actually got it black tagged right now because no way I can drive it, and I'm afraid if I pull the windshield off, there's a bunch of rust probably gonna be all around it that we got to fix, and I just don't have time for that right now. So right now it's okay. It's in that back second barn. We had in the back barn, and it looked like the top was about to do it again, so we moved it to the second barn, and that's where it's going to be for now until either I get a bigger shop or we get the Bronco going and move on to another project. But that car my dad bought new in '78. I forgot how much he paid for it, but I have all the original paperwork, receipts, and everything for it, so that'll be one that we keep along with the Bronco back here. Probably I like it, so probably can keep it. Anyways, that'll be a future project. That'll be a lot of work, because we had that car fixed. Person that fixed it just rebodied. I don't say rebodied, but just put the new quarter panels over the old ones, so there's a bunch of rust up in there. And I think my father sprayed that expanding foam in between the supports for the roof and the roof, so all through that's kind of trying to rust out as well. I did replace a little piece, and that's starting to rust out again, so that'll need a lot of work. That may be something that we farm out eventually for that kind of body work. That's a unibody, and just like it to be done right. And then we got the 56 International pickup. That was my, I want to say, either my great grandfather's truck, and then he gave it to his oldest son, which would be my grandpa's brother. Then he gave it to his sons, which would be, I guess, my cousins. And then he sold it to another cousin that we went and picked it up, and that's how we got it now. And he had a diesel engine in it. Some of my previous videos, you can see we kind of went into it a little bit. I messed up the injectors pretty bad. That's another thing I'll admit to, is I didn't know what I was doing, and apparently each injector internals are specific to that injector, and if you mix them up, it just won't ever run right, and that's what I did. So if I ever sell that or use that engine again, we're gonna have to either get new injectors or try to find somebody that can readjust them, or whatever they do to get them right. Anyways, we pulled that out, and I got a straight 6. You probably can't see back over here in the back. Got that off of a guy that we sold the 65 short wide and the 50 Chevrolet pickup. So those both those got it. I think say 2,500 for them and an engine. Can't really remember. But we're gonna put that engine in the International and use that as just a cruiser. Can't tell it's hot. I'm already sweating. I haven't done anything yet. But that's gonna be another project because that needs all the suspension welded up. Needs the steering column fabricated in a way that will actually work. We try to use that diesel engine, which I'd love to use it, but the way it's bent, it never turned and it'd kink up. Even the tooth gears on the Jaguar front end needed something more solid than just that coupler, because the coupler wasn't serrated, so it just wouldn't have worked. I wouldn't have felt safe driving on the highway. So we got that to deal with, and that might be the next project we do. Especially, it might be the one we can get going the quickest. But when that time comes, I'll put a poll up and I'll let y'all kind of help me decide which one to go with next. Like I said, I got rid of 2 trucks in order to get the Bronco further along, which has helped. I've been able to buy more parts. And speaking of parts, I got my bank card in this last week, so I'm going to buy the door skin for the driver's side. It's going to be a video in itself, getting the door skin off and the new one on. Never done it before, really don't know how to do it. So got to watch some YouTube over it. And to be honest with you, I haven't looked through that up there yet. And I don't think I'll get to it today. I am going to go through it this week and try to find the latching mechanism for that passenger side door there. And if I can't find it, then I'm going to order a new one of those. I didn't get the door from back there because, like I said, this week has just been a lot of coughing and sleeping. You can probably tell I'm probably pretty tired right now. But we'll get the old door in here next video for sure. That way we can maybe see if it fits better than that door. Because putting that driver's side door original back on it really helped us out quite a bit. And that's about it on the projects that we got. A few things I've learned while working on the Bronco is never assume you know more than the people that produce the parts. My major flaw was to split the front plate on the A-pillars because they had inch play from top to bottom, and come to find out that that's there for a reason. If I would have left it like it was, probably wouldn't be in this mess as bad as we are right now. Because I know I had somebody ask why I did that. Basically just me being stubborn, ignorant, thinking I knew more than what company actually that produced the stuff did. And we split them, and been regretting it ever since. Other thing too is I may not went in so depth with the kick panel area. I like the way it looks now, but if I just patched in, we would be a lot further. Just got rid of the rust and cut the bottom of the pillar and replaced the bad part and not taking the A-pillars out at all. We've probably been in a better situation, but it may not as look as good as it does now, even though it doesn't look that great, but I do like how it's turning out. Another thing I would have done was put it on a jig or rotisserie. I would still like to get one of those. Right now I'm going off my ground being level with the air pressure in the tires being the same, as well as the diameters of the dollies being all the same, to get everything level, which I know there's a lot of variables in there. So I'm going to stop trying to go so far off level and go off square with everything, as in like the door, and I'll put a level across the top. That's just to get me where the door sits, where I can see how much gap there is, daylight. I would like for it to all be level to some extent, but I think there's a kind of a rake to most bodies, so I'm just gonna try to do my best. So there's stuff that I could have done different that would probably made us further along, but all that being said is teaching me a lot about how to do stuff like this. Like I said before, I never welded anything before in my life, and actually got some of that to stick, so it's a win for me. But kind of lost my train of thought. Probably a good thing, because I felt like I was kind of rambling on. But hopefully it answers any of the questions that anybody might have about projects we got here. Well, I've done some of the things I did, kind of stuff I wish I would have done different. You can just never assume you know more than people producing stuff, even though it may have been wrong. I mean, it could have been wrong. Just don't assume that you're right when you really don't have an idea of what it should be. So that's my big mistake. That's why we almost ordered new A-pillars and everything. Probably should have done that. Probably been further along. Like I said before, we'll order the door skin. That may be a video in itself. Just trying to figure out how to do that. I'm going to look for a latch mechanism, but more than likely I'll have to order one. And I can now. So we'll get some parts coming in, and hopefully might start shimming next time, which I'm going to do a little bit today. I think we're going to weld some of the scrap metal in that we cut out to parts of the A-pillar over there, their front plate. Kind of get it kind of where when we take the screws out, there'll be somewhat of a rigidness in there. That way we don't have to always pull back with those straps over there. Yeah, I always pull back with those straps every time we go to fit the door. But anyways, with all that being said, let's get over there, kind of look at the Bronco, and we'll patch some pieces in, and if we got enough time, we may do some shimming. I'm not sure if I have enough time to do that, but I like to at least get some shims in to kind of see if the door can rotate and get that body line better. The gaps, I think, are pretty good. I just have to play with it and see. But we are going to put some metal in. Probably, like I said, some of these scrap pieces. We got some good metal over there, so we'll start filling it in and take it off, come back over and weld it all up. But let's go over there and get to work. And my plan today is put a little metal through here and here, all the way down, kind of keep this from having to always pull back with the straps. Don't look too bad through here. And closes, but I don't like how it's shutting. You can see our body line is way off. Not sure if that's as high as we can go there. I think we may be able to bring it up just a hair. I don't think I cut the weld through to the metal here, so I may be able to take one of those discs and snip in here a little bit, and I'll raise the door up just a fraction. I may have to do that because I don't know. It's kind of wider at the top than it is at the bottom too, so I might have to put a shim underneath this body mount here. I can't really doesn't help me when that's bumped up like that, but I think there's a kind of pronounced wedge to it, so that kind of tells me, to be honest with you, that I need to do like we did last time. Twist this back, twist this forward a little bit. If you bring that back, that should raise this up a little bit. That's what we did with the driver's side, and it seemed to work out pretty well. But we had to have this solid first. So I think our next step is to get this taken care of, as in putting metal in here and welding it up, and then we can take a device and twist this back, and maybe just leave that alone down there. And that'll make the door kind of go up, hopefully, and then we can shim it from there, because I really do think that doing that will help this body align out tremendously. Saying that too, that will also open this gap up, so we probably will have to put a shim underneath this body mount and kind of force this open a little here and close that a little bit over here. And then this down here, this door is kind of pushed in right through here, which we had that same issue with the replacement door on the driver's side, so that's why we're gonna get the original door back in here, and we'll put it up there like we did the driver's side after we get this kind of tweaked how we want it. And by then hopefully have the latching mechanism, and that will help it kind of align itself back here. But I figured enough talking for a day. Let's put a couple of strips of metal in there, and that may be all I could muster for this week. Well, we got a little bit of it welded up. That's about all I got in me today. I don't know if you weld at an angle and you hit the face of this metal here on this edge, it'll kind of, I won't say arc over, but it'll kind of lay that weld over onto the other piece. So let me try to do that with this side going down. Just try to stitch weld this side going up. But we got a lot more welding to finish up here and clean up, and of course a lot more welding to do. I hate having to put little pieces in like that every so often, but as you can see, my line it kind of isn't straight, and it kind of gets wider at points and narrow at some points. But anyways, so we're gonna leave this week at. Hopefully we actually don't look that bad. Hopefully you can't really tell. But next time we'll maybe weld a little bit more on this. We'll have the original door in here. We'll put the stainless steel hinges on it, hinges back on this, hang it, see how it falls. Gonna go through those up there, see if I can't find that mechanism, and hopefully we can find it and get it to working and we can use it. But if not, I'll order a new one. Also need to bend this out down here and put the fender on it to kind of see how it's situated. Squeeze by here. We'll look at the driver's side, still looking pretty good. That's what we're gonna buy the door skin for. I can't repair that, and I don't even want to try to fix that. So hopefully a new door skin will be fine. Thought about just taking the door skin off this one, but to get it, I'm probably gonna mess it up. So my best option right now would be just to sell this door whenever I get done and try to make a little bit of money back on it. But anyways, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not feeling too great this week, and just not feeling that great right now. It's getting kind of too hot out here, but I'll be better next week, and we'll do more. Hopefully I can get out here during the week a little bit more. So last week we had somebody throw a bunch of like confetti stuff, but they shoot it out of those little guns that you shoot the money or fake money. But it's real like tissue paper, tiny strips, and it is everywhere over there at my wife's business in the back. And spent 3 days out there raking, mowing, raking, trying to get that taken care of. But hopefully that won't happen this time, and we can just get out here maybe 1 or 2 days this week. I'm at least gonna come out here and look in those bins off camera and see if I can't find that for the passenger side door. But anyways, if you made it this far, if you made it through my whole long spiel at the beginning, thank you very much. Like I said, it does mean a lot, and hopefully it does answer some questions anybody has or has had of why I did this and didn't do that, or why we are where we are right now, and what kind of projects we got lined up to bring in here once we get the Bronco done. But thank y'all for bearing with me through this kind of weird video, where it's mainly talking with a little bit of work being done. But like I said, I'm just getting over being sick, so don't really too much energy or will or want to be out here. But thank you again, and I'll see you next week.